Greetings, grasshoppers. Welcome to the bot signal. This is, of course, RJ Redden with glasses on. Don't panic. It's okay. Minor eye thing happened over the weekend. We're going to be glassesing for a few days. I realize double glasses, double goggles. It's fine. It's good. Welcome to the show today. And today I'm going to tell a little bit of a story of the kind of company that I want to have and run. Now, a lot of us are entrepreneurs out there. We are, some of us are scrambling. Some of us are doing really well. It's been a lot of change in the last few months, and we're all reacting in our own way. And a lot of us are focused on, okay, where is that next job coming from? Today I want to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and it's a little bit different than where's my next job coming from. Whether you have a chatbot or not, this will apply to you because I think that it's a thought exercise that everybody needs to go through every once in a while. What kind of company do I want to run? Not just where's my next client. I mean, we're all very, very focused on that. And, if you're lucky enough that your clients are generating themselves, more power to you. Love you. Awesome. For me, though, I was having some thoughts this morning. I want to tell you a little story. I want to tell you a little story about me. Many years ago. I'm not counting. I'm certainly not going to reveal how many years ago it was, but I used to be a theater student. I know, shocking. And when I was a theater student, we would often, get there early before practice just to hang out with our friends and whatnot. And I was in college, a college that is functional now, sadly enough, Anna College down in Blair and Nebraska. Yeah. Anyway, I was sitting on stage with my friends, and they're regular college peeps. I saw that there was a ladder on the stage. It was one of those 30-foot tall ladders, and it was double-sided. And it was there so that the lighting folks could hang the lights for the show that we were going to be doing. Forget which show, doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'm there. I see this ladder, and I'm like, you know what? I've got a huge crippling fear of heights. Heights and spiders, people. Not good. Anyway, there we are. I decide today's the day. Exposure height is going to help me out. Now, why I decided to do this in front of my friends, who knows? Who knows? Perhaps I was in a little bit of a show-off mood. I don't know. Anyway, I start climbing up the ladder. And I'm brash, confident, whatevs. I can handle this, people. And I get about 3/4 of the way up, and the fear kicks in. Just all of a sudden, bam, there I am. And it's shocking to me. I try to move up, no go. I try to move down, no go. Fear has me locked into place. In fact, I was getting a little bit lightheaded because I couldn't even breathe very deeply. You know how it is. Just that short, shallow breath type of a thing. Now, my friends, of course, noticed this because, it's a spectacle. And they start gathering around the bottom of the ladder. They start shouting advice. Okay. Some people were good-hearted. Some people were like telling me, okay, just breathe. It'll be fine. Some people were laughing at me. It's college friends, baby. You can't control the quality there. So I'm standing there. I realize I'm getting lightheaded because I can't breathe. Getting lightheaded only makes me fear more, and sort of we just enter a little vicious cycle. My friends are yelling, some of them instructions, some of them laughing. I'm getting lightheaded and more scared as we go. Bad situation. Bad situation, because if I get lightheaded enough, I'll fall off the thing, which is what I'm afraid of. So, fast forward a few minutes. I have a friend who, instead of yelling at me from the bottom, he decided to get on my level. He decided to climb up the opposite side of the ladder. So I could hear him climbing up, and I could hear him talking to me. And he realized that I was in bigger danger than anybody on the floor realized, because I wasn't breathing. I wasn't even looking around with my eyeballs because I was afraid that would unbalance me. I tell you, this fear of heights thing, it's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. But that doesn't make it any less real. Anyway, he climbs up. As he's climbing, he's telling me he's climbing up and not to be afraid. And he gets to me. He looks straight into my little eyeballs. And he says, okay, now I want you to just focus on me. I want you to focus on me. And once you focused on me, then I want you to do what I do. And I didn't nod. Again, afraid. So, but he knew that I understood him, and then he started to breathe. And when he got me breathing, then he said, okay, I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to unclasp it from the rung. I'm going to move it down, boop, and I'm going to grab this one. You ready? You going to do this with me? Come on now. And so, like, he had already had me doing what he was doing. So it was a cinch to keep following through. It was a cinch to go, okay, I'll just keep doing the next thing, because what I was doing was not working at all. So I mimicked him. And so one hand, then the opposite foot, and then the other hand, and then the opposite foot. He was just exempling me. He was giving me information I needed to know exactly at that moment. He wasn't like, okay, come on, climb down. He wasn't like, what are you doing up here? It was just mimic me. You don't have to know anything. You just have to do something. He got me down the ladder. Everybody laughed. We all went on with our day. But that guy was my best friend through college, and there was a reason. Because in those moments when I was having trouble, he showed up for me. He didn't show up for me with a canned solution. He didn't show up for me with, why are you doing that? He looked at where I was at, and he met that need. He gave me only what I needed at that moment and not too much. And it's hard. It's hard to do that with people, especially when sometimes they're your clients and you think you know them really well and you're not really thinking about the kind of service that you're providing for them, because, you kind of think you have those folks in the bag. They're there for a while. It's fine. Let me tell you, that's not the kind of company I want to run. And let me tell you why. It's because eventually every client you have and every client I can't have, this is from Jay Fizzett, clients become deaf and blind to what you have. They do. Sometimes they need to go seek a new experience. Sometimes COVID happens. Sometimes these things just happen, and it's the way of the world. It's the way that humans are. But unless I'm dedicated to, while you're here with me, I'm going to meet you where you're at. I'm going to look at the problems that you're having before I answer the question. I'm going to be part of a team that cares about your experience after the sale. Because you know what? If I spend all my time focusing on getting the next one and I'm not caring about the people that have paid me already, then I'm going to be, maybe not right now, but maybe a year from now or 5 years from now, stuck in a cycle of got to get more because people aren't staying. I make people want to stay. That's the company that I want to run. I make people want to do more. Well, I don't make them, but I create an environment where people want to do more. People want to take that next step. People are excited about taking that next step with me. I'm not giving them more than what they need. I'm not overloading them with, wow, you could do all this and this and this. No. What's the next step? What's the next step to excellence for you and for all of the clients that you serve? So, what do you want to get out of this today? Today, what kind of company do you want to run? What kind of company do you want to have? What reputation do you want to build among those people that you're currently serving today? Because if you serve them well today, they'll bring you more people tomorrow. Works every time. It really, really does. So, that's what I want to leave you with today. That's the thought that I want you to keep thinking about. If you have answers to that questions, please place them in the comments. If you do not and you'd rather PM me, do that thing because I want to be with you for that. And I want to celebrate what you're doing out there. It's imperative to know the people that you're working with. It's imperative to know your tribe. It's imperative because if you don't know, then you can't do anything. Then it's all up in your head. And then you find you're running your business for, well, not a huge crowd at all. So anyway, want to leave you with that thought today. Please do tell me what you think of all that. I will be back tomorrow, clearly. About the same about the same bot channel. Well, exactly the same bot channel. Hopefully just a couple minutes earlier. And that's all I've got for today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being you. And that's all I have today. I will see you in a bot.